Hello traders, right, well, I've just broken today's promise that I wasn't going to make a video because I didn't want to confuse people with what I've been doing scalping this US 30, but well, I feel like making a video, and it's not often I feel like that these days because with 900 up here on YouTube, it seems a bit repetitive and pointless. However, I have been trading this US 30 now and doing extremely well. I mean, mind-blowingly well from it, because these moves are massive, absolutely massive, compared to what you know, and the speed of them as well, which is what I like as a scalper, because this is sort of a pep talk video really, because you know, it's important to remember a few things, a few points actually I've been meaning to make videos about. First off, everything that works on this 5-minute chart here and the 1-minute chart that I scalp also works exactly the same way on the 15-minute, the hourly, the 30-minute, the 4-hour, whatever you want to use, just takes longer. So, you know, if you don't want to be a scalper like I am, then you can choose to trade everything in exactly the same way, but just scale it up to your chosen time frame, speed if you like. But these moves are massive. I mean, I was watching this one here and I was so tempted to have a go when it was here up to this 3CR level, and this is what this video is for also, is talk about these 3CR levels and how I interpret them, because it's changing by the day. Also, I'm quite embarrassed to say, and if Aaron watches this, sorry Aaron, you will laugh. You probably wonder why I haven't been using the latest version of your Revelant 3CR alert indicator. It's purely because I forgot it was even there. I'd probably put it to the back of my mind, downloaded it, and thought, oh, I'll go and brush up. I've just got the hang of the old version, or the most recent version. I'll look at this one later. And then I forgot all about it until literally today, this morning. Anyway, I digress. So I've got this newer version, and I might as well bring it up for you, show you what it is. Newer version of Aaron's indicator on here at the moment. This one here, Revelant 3CR R2. I haven't even worked out the proper settings for it yet, and so I'm not even going to mention that. You'll have to work it out yourself, but or yourselves, should I say. But I've got a few things going on. There's an older version, there's a couple of versions of the RSI Histo that I'm messing around with as well. But basically the arrows you've got on here are the RSI Histo alert, which matches up with this thing here, and I may have it set to 20, I may have it set to 18, but I'm not going to go into the details. I like 18. I'm even playing with 17 and minus 17. That's the distance of these on the short arrow, the distance of the when it hits minus 17, that's when it prints the arrow basically. So it doesn't even have to get to the end of the end of the bar. And that's another little point I want to talk about. Sorry, I'm digressing all over the place now. But Dinesh, who developed this fantastic indicator for us, or added it to the original RSI Histo EA, likes the bars to close. Now on the 1 minute, I must admit, I do definitely wait for the close, and then I just look for the break of the low of the trigger bar, if you like, and or the high if I'm looking for longs, and I tend to find that works. Now it's such a new method that, as I said on Twitter, if you follow my Twitter feed, stick all the indicators on your charts, play with them and learn them yourself. There's no better way. You shouldn't rely on me saying do this, do that, do this. It isn't rocket science. You can see when that prints an arrow, you know, you got a huge move down there. That one printed, there was a huge move there. They don't look very, very big, but that's probably about 200 or 300 points there. I did measure this one. It's about 1,000 points between there, the 3CR there, and the entry there. These are massive, absolutely massive. But you have to practice on demo, so you're aware of the speed of these moves and what sort of we've got all the old 3CR rules and where your stops are. Do a search on Twitter for those, and so on and so forth. They all still apply, but it's one thing, trading UJ that moves like a snail, US dollar JPY, and another this beast. You really have to train yourself. That's why I use the phrase trade like it's a computer game. But once you do get the hang of it, I think you will be well rewarded, if you like. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't need to know anything about trading. All you need to know about is candlesticks, charts, the momentum indicators, where to put your stops and take profits and so on. So that's the little pep talk about the RSI. You've also got these arrows here, the yellow or greeny colour and the pinky colour. They are the vol bomb settings. I set mine to 30, and what I'm finding is when you get a vol bomb, and I mentioned this on Twitter today, an interesting point. If you get a vol bomb, this happens time and time again to the upside, when the price comes back to test it and breaks through it, and again, watch it. This is all new to me, as new to me as it is to you guys. I mean, I understand the importance of the 3CR levels and all that, but you can't help but notice when these vol bomb levels get broken through. There's one up there. It's come down to test it and it's bounced, but I bet that second test will drop through that level like a knife through butter. Interesting. So watch those levels. Same as up here. If this comes up and tests and breaks that with all the usual interesting, or should I say all the usual rules, that may well fly up there. So and that's where you tie in the bust, the pullback, the break and close rules. Look that up, use search as well, or look at the old videos. So there's so much going on just on this chart that we can trade with, or you can train yourself, should I say, to trade with confidence. When this was down here, I didn't trade it. I've traded this about a dozen times today. Literally, you can sit down and find a trade within minutes most of the time, because it's such a volatile instrument. And as Bonzi has said, the spread is very, very cost effective, if you like. The speed of the moves are brilliant for scalpers, and it works like everything else in trading, which is why I said to you, use the comparison of UJ and whatnot. But when this was here and broke through this 3CR, or created the 3CR, should I say, with momentum, I was so tempted to hit that there. And where would I have expected it to go? Well, because this is an area of interest, this old 3CR, that would be where I would expect price to stall. That's what I talk about a lot with these price movements. And as you can see, price hit it to within a point or two, and then bounced a bit and then went through it again. And where did it go back to? The high there, another little internal 3CR there. This is a part of Aaron's new indicator here, and it just goes on and on. So when you get clear air between 3CRs, like say for example this one here, where this broke here, where would you expect it to bounce? There. And these moves are massive, and how I'm using it is like, well, it acts like a magnet, because it is an area of interest, past interest, much the same as that 3CR there has acted like a magnet. Here, bounce, and then boom, look at the tails. That price has stopped. They've had a battle. I call the wicks a battleground. They've had a battle at that level, and that's that old 3CR to the left. And even, people like Wicks Don't Lie, and various people like him, say look to the nearest left for your recent congestion area, if you like, the recent battlegrounds, and that's what the 3CR gives us time and time and time again. I mentioned that little area of importance there, and there's price, boom, hit it almost to the pip. So when you've got, the point I'm making, when you've got clear areas where there's no 3CR to the left, and like this area here, that's massive. That is probably, well, let's say from the close of that bar down to there, that is 697 697 pips. points, whatever you want to call it. So, or you could call it 67 pips, I suppose, or whatever. But regardless, play with this yourself and learn how to trade it. You know, we've got the price is busted through there. I wouldn't be surprised if it bounces off that level there now, that 3CR there. You know, and you can use the 1 minute. The other thing that I'm using a lot is a 5-minute alert when it happens inside the bar. Remember I told you these bars, the alert triggers the moment you break the level, not when the bar is closed. So I think I've got the wrong bar there, but let's say it was that bar there. When it's there, remember you've got 5 1-minute bars inside that bar. We're using this hypothetical one here. It didn't alert on this one, but let's say it did. And then you drop down to the 1 minute, or I drop down to the 1 minute, and then I look for a new alert. Doesn't even have to close the bar. I look for a 1 minute alert. If I get a 5 minute and a 1 minute alert, then I will hit that 1 minute. It didn't hit alert on the 1 minute on this instance, but I will hit that 1 minute candle while it's open and have a go. And you know, you can do this on the 15 minute if you get an alert, you know, because it pings. If you get a 15-minute alert ping and it's still got 10 minutes in the candle, if you get a 1 minute or a 5-minute alert inside that 15-minute candle, you can trade that. I hope that makes sense. So there's such a lot you can learn from this, and look what that price is doing now. You've got an alert on this 1 minute chart now, and it's going down to somewhere near that level. But what I've learned from the EA, Dinesh's RSI Histo EA, that is on his, the link is on his feed currently. By watching the EA work, you can see and also doing back tests on it and stuff like that, you can see what the price does 1,000 times over a year, or 5,000 times over a year, you know, and that has given me the confidence to, and the impetus, if you like, to actually get involved and drill down and learn what this is doing. I mean, look, you know, that's massive, that move there. These are massive moves for a scalper on this piece of kit there. You know, an arrow there that's hiding behind. I can get rid of those. I'm going to get them off my chart soon. But you know, an arrow up there, it's a winner. An arrow there, it's a winner. An arrow down, it's a winner. An arrow up, it's a winner. And well, I should say alert, shouldn't I? Alert down, it's a winner. You know, how many of these do you have to see happening in front of your eyes to give you the confidence to have a go at trading them? And then, you know, you've got everything else on your charts, the TMA slope divergence that I absolutely adore. You know, clear divergence there and there and there. You're ready for this. You know, you can draw the divergence on your chart and be ready for this arrow to come. And when it comes, look what happens. Monster moves. So anyway, guys, sorry if I've digressed all over the place here. The whole point of this was really to suggest to you the importance of looking at the 3CR levels, and I have got Aaron's alert on new 3CR indicator on here, and the original one that I've had for months and months and months now and love. So I'm sort of just learning about that too. But you know, when you've got a trading, sorry, I've got to my mouse has just disappeared. Something to do with multiple screens. So I will have to do that. There it is. And yeah, so we just bounced short. So I'd always anyway put my take profit short of these levels, because you've got to take into account the spread as well, and so on and so forth. But that's what I'm doing all day long. Scalp, scalp, scalp. It's just an absolute dream to make money with this. And as I say, it's just a bit of a pep talk about the importance of the levels. So just to finish off then, you know, you've got a 3CR here, 3CR there, 3CR there, 3CR there, 3CR there. That's the most important one in my opinion. And so that area there, I mean, you could also say, okay, you know, I can clearly see this is old support, become resistance, broken, acted as support again, and then finally broken. Price has gone down to these other levels that I pointed out to you too. So you know, you only have to common sense says if you watch this enough, you're going to learn about it, and then you just got to trade like a machine. Don't think, just you know, do your normal money management. Important, massively important money management. Don't overstretch yourself and so on and so forth. But you know, just place your trades, put your hard stops there instantly, put your take profit, don't get greedy, and do it time and time again. Trade like a machine. So sorry I've digressed. I hope you've got something of value from this, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.